All right, welcome to the FeedBak podcast, everybody. My name is Back, and this is episode 245. As always, make sure you check out the archive. There's plenty of episodes that had some really good and funny people on. Zach Silverman was on. Go back in the archive. Rebecca Trent. I posted a Godfrey episode. Sean Patton. The list goes on and on. So we're everywhere. Wherever you listen to podcasts, we're on there. The FeedBak BAK. Let's see. A couple announcements. Number one, DJ Chicken George. If you're not familiar with DJ Chicken George, he's a staple in the Austin music scene. One of the best DJs I've ever heard in my life. He was recently diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and there's a GoFundMe. You can just go to GoFundMe and search for DJ Chicken George and donate. They just had a party on Saturday for the Austin Boogie crew. That's his the funk crew. Anyway, go and donate if you can. That'd be dope. Shout out to Chicken George. Shout out to the ABC crew. Another announcement: Hip Hop Bingo is coming up on April 10th. So make sure you follow at Hip Hop Bingo on Instagram. We'll have announcements of what the theme will be, all that good stuff. Is there anything else I wanted to announce? Yeah, just follow us on social media, all that good stuff. But now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome my guest for this episode. It's been a minute, long time coming.
Yeah.
And I have Jason Rouse and Jared Nathan. How you doing, guys?
Not bad.
I'm good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me at your house.
Yeah, thanks for having the confidence to make your way. A lot of people have panic attacks coming over here.
Really?
There's
Riverside?
going to be like dead animals. And
Dude,
he still doesn't like coming over here.
No, you don't understand. Riverside has a history.
Yeah, I
It
know.
used to be like you
yeah?
wouldn't venture on Riverside when I first moved to Austin
Why?
20 years ago. It was hood.
Finch.
Oh, really?
Jada
It was hood.
Finch.
Really?
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. I mean, we had a club here
Yeah.
called Club Chaos. It was right on the corner of Riverside and 35.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there, people, I mean, you could wind up getting shot. It was like that. If you lived on Riverside, it was for two reasons. Either you're a Mexican, you're black, or you're a poor student.
Yeah.
Because they had all the apartments towards Pleasant Valley and Riverside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like little projects.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it was back in the day. So this is not. If you have a panic attack today, you would have died like 20 years ago coming this way.
I don't mind that because you know where you stand with the community if you live in it. It's the Wild West shit downtown that I don't like.
Yeah, it is. It's gotten worse. I mean, it wasn't called Dirty Six back in the day. It became Dirty Six, I think, about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And they started.
Well, wash it.
This is sketchy.
Wash it. It doesn't.
I don't know how you can't. That's the thing. Like it's with the homeless situation.
Yeah.
The arc has always been there.
Yeah.
That was always a thing. But I think that I don't know if it's a generational thing.
It's cool. It's totally cool. I think it's great. It clearly is very unique to this city. Everybody knows of it. It's one of the first things I ever.
Yeah, 6th Street,
Found
Austin.
out.
You
Yeah.
gonna go to 6th Street.
So there must be something magical about it. It was kind of how I expected Hollywood Boulevard to be when I first started thinking about moving to Los Angeles. And Hollywood Boulevard, if anyone's ever been there, is far from 6th Street.
As in fancier or
It's
worse?
just completely unfun garbage where you can go to 6th Street by yourself and get just lost in the vacuum of the whole
Oh yeah.
area easily and have a blast.
But Hollywood Boulevard is
Dreamless, hopeless.
actors just wandering around looking for.
No, probably a lot of former actors that have become drug addicts and mental patients. and
Really?
whatnot. Yeah, it's all crazy people and tourists. I don't know how many times I've seen people piss and shit on the sidewalk. Right on.
Isn't that what the stars are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And people, man,
It's
I didn't know
dangerous.
that.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
it's dangerous. Yeah.
Is there like a stretch, like a 4-block, like of miserable people, or is it like the entire boulevard?
Well, you've got tourists and homeless people, and then massive tourist trap businesses from wax museums to keychain stores and just pure garbage.
That was like a mini 6th Street.
It's kind of like sounds like 6th Street a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 6th Street
traps.
actually, because there's so many people there doing shit just because, opposed to getting that selfie photo of the Walk of Fame.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like you trip
Yeah.
over tourists taking pictures of Marilyn Monroe stars where people are fucking in the alleyways and smoking rock.
The thing is, 6th Street.
They're trying to spit in on you.
You guys are lucky now because 6th Street used to be a 7-day thing.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you go
yeah?
on a Monday or Tuesday, there ain't shit going on, but there used to be.
Okay.
Like it was, and Thursday nights was college night. That's when, well, the college kids
You've been
came out.
here over a decade?
Yeah, like 23 years.
Okay. So yeah, you've seen a whole.
So I was when I first went to 6th Street, I was 17, and I walked. Yeah, and I walk in the bar.
What year is that? For,
This is I'm trying to. I just turned 40, so
Yeah.
date me. This was 1999.
that's a good time.
Yeah,
That was a good time.
something like that. If I can do math correctly. No, it was before. I came here at 16. So yeah, 1999. 1999.
I was
So
12.
I walk in the bar, and my brother goes, "Hey, just grab my ID and I'll use my driver's license." And the dude grabs both license and driver's license. It's the same face, same
Yeah.
address, everything. And he goes, "Damn, y'all look alike." And I walked in. That was my first. That was my first 6th Street experience. But the thing is, it was you could get drunk with $10.
Okay.
Yeah.
They had dollar, you call it.
Yeah.
25-cent Long Island
Yeah.
iced tea. Like you get fucked up on a Thursday
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
And-
There's a place in Buffalo called the Late Show. It was an old movie theater that they converted into some nightclub. And I just remember waiting in line for hours to hear some of the worst music, only to get a wristband to get one single plastic cup for
Yeah.
all you could drink, mixed drinks for $12.50.
Oh.
So beer was expensive.
Uh-huh.
But whatever they could pour out of a liquor bottle was up for grabs. So that $12 went a long way.
Nice.
I'd punish that bar where they would just be like,
Yo.
okay, I'd never let go of my cup. And then I would puke between my legs onto the floor, and girls would get angry at me.
Yeah.
I remember some girl flicks she thought it was gum or something. Anyway, I know this is a family show.
No, oh yeah,
But
it is.
I used to throw up in between my feet and keep drinking. Malibu, it was called a Na, if I remember correctly, and it was Malibu rum and some sort of apricot fruit mixed drink. It was just pure sugar and a bad idea. But I remember vomiting, hearing Lenny Kravitz, "Are you gonna go my way?" Yeah, I remember that.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember that.
But they tried that here. They tried the whole. No. They tried the hey, you buy a cup.
That would never work here.
No, because we
People
are
would go
drunks.
blind.
We are
Yeah.
no. But
You'd be
here's how they
sloppy
twisted it. They said it was a bar in Rainey. It's called the White House or some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And then you come in, you buy a cup, and then by buying the cup, you actually
Plastic. What did the cup look like?
Yeah, it was some shitty ass.
Just
cup.
a shit cup.
Yeah,
okay.
shit cup, yeah.
Sometimes you get the plastic mug like Vegas. You
Oh
get
no.
you get to drag around
I ain't
town.
trying to be fancy. This was on Rainey Street.
Uh-huh.
And then they said, okay, you will give you this token, and you go to the back of the bar, and you had a wall of a bunch of nonprofits, and you put the token in one of the nonprofits, and that means the money you spend on the cup goes to the nonprofit. That shit lasted 3 months. 'Cause people would never put the tokens in. They wouldn't raise any money. People would just go in and pay, $12 for a drink, and then they just drink all night with the same cup. So that bar never lasted.
Yeah, that place would get you. People don't know when, and the funny thing is that the police just box in 6th Street on Friday, Saturday, and then they just let these wild animals run loose, do whatever the fuck they want. I think you can do anything except like piss on the street.
Yeah, you can.
Or you can pee.
Yeah. I mean, don't
in the
let the cops see
alleyway.
you. Go to the alley.
In
The
the
alley
alleyway.
smells like piss. You didn't ever notice that?
I don't buy meth anymore.
I was in the alley.
I don't buy it anymore. I know
I'm
there's a
pissing in the alleyway.
shootouts in those alleys too that I'm not really.
You ever peed in the alley, Jared?
All the time.
I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
piss in my
I
mouth in
took
alleys.
shit in the alleys
All right.
Behind the
In
dumpster?
Toronto.
No, I mean, it
during COVID, where all the washrooms were shut down. And
yes.
you couldn't go anywhere.
We were driving back from a gig from Ottawa, and we just pulled in. It looked like a worn shoulder area where people had made some stops. I got out to piss, and it was just clumps of toilet paper. People have been stopping there and shitting at the side of the highway because all the restrooms have been closed for 2 years.
Yeah. You
All
couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah. So every alley, any place that looked like a potential piss or shit, the time you got there, 50 people had visited it purposely. It was you're literally in.
It's a legit toilet at that point. It's like might as well put a sign up.
Yeah.
Shit here.
At least give us a shovel to dig a hole.
Right?
At least.
Yeah.
At least a shovel.
Yeah. Toilet paper.
We've covered a lot of ground.
I think it's a great start for the show.
Yeah, piss and shit in the woods.
Piss and shit on 6th Street. I had this guy on. He's a door guy. Shout out to King, Deuce King. He worked the door, and he told me that there's this one homeless lady. I don't know if she's still around. She walks perpendicular, like at a right degree, like a 90-degree angle. And they were having a meeting inside, and there's windows, like big ass windows
Is
to
that
the
the
bar.
one with the shaved head? There's one lady that shaves her pussy on the sidewalk. and
No, this
everything in
one,
her head.
this one hates people.
Okay,
but
Did
she-
you get spit on by? a
I've been
lady?
spat on by a homeless lady.
Here, right?
Here.
Yeah, he got spit on by her.
By
Did she
somebody.
walk like
I don't remember.
parallel to
I don't
the
remember how
ground?
she walked.
Yeah.
Because she would back up to the window,
Yeah.
pull her pants down, shit on the window,
Wow.
and then walk away. So I'll put her pants back up and walk
Is
away.
she on Tinder?
I don't know, but Jared, I got a match for you.
That's up Jason's alley.
I want
I
it.
think that's right up Jason's
He's got
alley,
enough
man.
problems. I need a girl like
No.
that around the house.
Do I have to clean the windows?
No,
and
just
shit?
Shit on the windows.
Keep me on my toes.
She'll keep you on your toes, all right.
put a-
She's hateful too.
I'll just litter box her and chain her to a wall.
Yeah, I'll say charge people to come see her.
What do her tits look like?
No idea. I don't think they even sag. They just
Yeah.
the gravity doesn't work for her. I don't
Homeless
know.
people are more active here than homeless people in
Yeah.
Toronto.
Different drug addictions.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They're more
How so?
loud
Yeah.
and explosive here.
I think heavier on the meth, amphetamine,
Okay.
where Canada's more better prescription drugs, I think.
Oh, y'all fancy Canadians.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they have access to more painkillers, sedatives.
Yeah, okay.
Those, what are they called? With the heroin properties.
Oxycontin?
Yeah, but the barbiturate.
Yeah.
Barbiturates, yeah.
Is it barbiturates?
Yeah.
Something like that. Who cares?
Anyway.
I'm not going to fact check it.
People like to get a little yeehaw
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah.
So meth is great for Monster Energy drink.
Oh.
It
Here,
goes.
they have homeless people spewing like
Yeah.
Wait, so
words at you.
They're very active.
why did she spit on your face?
I don't.
Oh,
you
come
can
on. You
stay-
must have done
Like,
something.
I don't
In the
know.
mic, Jared.
I have no idea.
No, come on. They don't do that for no reason. Well, maybe they do
I
for no reason.
I'm an easy target.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You're easy
look at
target?
me. Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me
He
right
just
now.
screams victim.
I scream like
Victim.
I scream
Spit on my face.
F with me, right? I
I've
scream
seen
fuck with me,
women
you know?
in the street laugh in his face. No.
Did you get
No, I have people-
COVID? Did you get COVID like that?
Even some homeless people in Toronto stood up.
Well, they
with
know
me.
that you're not going to be combative.
Yeah,
No.
nothing. There's nothing you're gonna do. So
No.
yeah, I can see how you could be a target.
Yeah, it's fun times. I can handle myself,
Yeah.
and
I was all putting a bullseye on your face, and then.
you know.
Well, so what'd you do when she did that?
I was actually
Glad.
right in front of the Vulcans, so I just
Yeah, went inside.
walked inside and told
It's like a
security what
safe
happened.
house, right?
Pretty much safe house.
If you dip in Vulcan, it's like a
Vulcan's
safe
pretty much
house.
Safe house, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that happens a lot, huh?
Things happen.
Life of a celebrity. Look at you.
Yeah, homeless people. I had
Homeless
an incident
people.
where there was a guy who asked me for money, my hometown, remembered me, said that he was a friend of my brother's, which my brother was standing beside me, but he was fat. And this homeless guy goes, I used to work with your brother. And I'm like, Andrew? And he looks at my brother and goes, what happened? And I started laughing. I go, this crackhead just sick down on you. It was hilarious. He was so pissed. He's like, Andrew? One brown tooth. Thought my brother was in bad shape. But no, he just got fat for a summer or two. I used to look like Chaz Bono, my little brother.
You used to?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah. I just harassed him to a degree where he just started exercising.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's better now?
He's better now. Yeah. He's got anybody that was a self-starter or self-motivated person, and I'm not even speaking specifically
into the mic.
My brother, but there was a lot of people who just settled into purgatory. And other people that really took advantage of this time to do other things that really.
Are you talking about lockdown, COVID time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you sat on the couch for 2 years and watched Netflix.
Yeah. Some people did.
I know.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
I did for months at a time. I was in bed at 6 p.m. some days. Like,
you got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I've jerked off and off for the day. Like, what else?
I'm tired of
tired of doing nothing.
Be creative.
I ordered
Uber
Eats a couple times, so you're good.
Yeah.
2 times a day sometime during COVID.
Yeah. You treat yourself.
Did you work out? Did you try? No, maybe. No.
I was active.
I go for lots of walks.
Yeah.
You go on walks?
Yeah.
No, that
Lots of
works.
walks.
Yeah.
I like walks.
You try to better yourself. You try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And
fresh air is good.
Canadian winter's a great excuse to stay indoors, but
Yeah.
there's no reason. Like, it's every year. You may as well face it.
Yeah.
I've climatized so much living in warm climates for the last 15 plus years.
It is brutal.
Got spoiled.
But snow is,
Yo,
we were talking about Montreal. That's one of the most harshest winters.
I've been there in December.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo, we had to go.
it's not even realistic.
No, you go to the mall on the ground and you pop out wherever you want.
Yeah.
That was the
if you're
move.
lucky enough.
Yeah.
You're lucky enough to have an underground tunnel to get to transit or whatever location.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
like you said, when you pop up, it's minus 40.
Yeah, hit you in the
And-
face.
Everyone's
like Winnipeg.
smoking. St. Hubert's chicken. Did you try any of that?
Nuh-uh.
It's like their P. Terry's, but chicken.
Better?
P. Terry's is more of a burger place. St. Hubert's is like,
All chicken.
yeah, all
It's like
chicken.
KFC? Yeah, it's like a fancy
No,
KFC?
what is it? Rotisserie.
rotisserie
yeah,
chicken.
yeah, it's
Oh.
rotisserie.
It's like Nando's.
Yes.
You know Nando's?
Do I?
Yeah.
Like your
I?
face debate.
I love it.
No, yo.
I love Nando's.
Nando's is good.
Do you know they had one at Eglinton and Bathurst, and it went out of
Yeah.
business? It had one in Toronto because
They have one now in Toronto.
in Durban,
Or
South
Richmond Hill.
Africa.
Yeah, that's where I had it.
Yeah.
I had it in Joburg. And
They have it in England.
in England, in London. They had one in
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, right in old part of not far from the Comedy Store. I remember walking there, over by the Soho Theater. If I
Wait,
remember
Nando's made it to
correctly.
the U.S.?
No, to Canada.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Canadian.
Yeah, okay. They said Comedy Store. I'm thinking L.A.
No, they didn't. They had one in Toronto. I couldn't believe it because
I know.
I'd had it in South Africa and I had it in London. I started making trips to the UK,
Mm-hmm.
and when they put one in, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. It's how convenient. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pace myself because I'm gonna eating here every week.
Yeah.
The olives, the rice, the chicken, the sauces.
Yeah.
Are all
Shit, man.
excellent.
Yeah,
They're all
chicken's really
good. The
good.
Perry sauce. And then what is the dessert? They have some sort of dessert food too.
I don't remember.
But anyway, yeah, a half
Yo,
chicken.
if you haven't tried Nando's, what's
Look at us. We're all licking our lips. Are you
Yeah.
I
high
know.
too?
Nando's, I'm hungry now. You said barbecue, and I'm like, I need some Nando's in my life.
It's
God
so
damn.
good.
Nando's is good.
And it's it's a little on the crispy side.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. And the meat's nice.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't feel. I
Bloated.
never. Yeah, I don't feel
It's
full
clean.
afterwards.
It's clean food.
clean.
Yes.
You can see, with the exception of whatever the
The
rice,
rice?
may be, but
Like spicy.
you got
rice.
all those with garlic pushed into them. Oh man, you get a whole clove of garlic. I don't know if you like garlic.
Yeah.
Oh man, a whole clove
The
of garlic and
vampire.
olive. Yeah, it's so delicious.
I like we went from shit and pissing in the alley to
I know.
chicken reviews.
Fucking Nando's, man. What were some of your favorite places to eat?
In South Africa or
Here.
here?
We've been having a hell of a time finding anything
Like what are you looking for?
that we haven't been eating, like
Yeah.
barbecue and burgers,
That's it? That's been your
Barbecue,
diet?
burgers,
Mexican food,
tacos, Mexican food.
I'm tired of
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah.
I'm tired of tacos.
I'm in the breakfast taco lane. I
Yeah,
hop
that's
back
it,
and
that's it.
forth. I hop back and forth.
You won't.
Yeah, you've been here for so long.
Yeah,
Tony.
but
You're over
I'm
it.
like, it's not even good. I
Yeah.
just don't like it.
There's a few.
It's my least favorite. If you go to
All the good food trucks are downtown for anything exotic.
yeah,
There's an Indian spot there.
if you go east, you find some cool shit like Kamuri Tatsuya is dope. Wu Chow is dope. That's on 5th and past Guadalupe. Chinese joint, actual Chinese
yeah, I
food.
haven't done
not Panda
any
Express shit.
Asian, everything but
I've had
Asian here.
Food. Yeah.
That's the only one I would recommend.
Probably eaten more pizza here than anything.
Really?
Yeah, there's like 2 places I got off my Uber Eats that I always go to, and it's consistent.
Via 313 is that one of them?
No,
Try that.
Facilier.
I
I don't know, off of Chavez or something like that.
No,
But,
to me, it's like you got the Onion. That's like the late night one. That's
Yeah.
on Brazos. I don't even know if it's still there. You have Home Slice on South Congress, and then VO 313.
I heard there's good sushi here too.
Yeah,
ATX or something.
try to get. I mean, you got Uchiko. There's a spot up north that's like all you can eat sushi for like $30 or something. But
We want
I want
jerk chicken.
I want jerk chicken.
right?
jerk chicken.
Yeah,
11th
where's
Street.
my
There's a Jamaican a food truck on 11th Street.
Tony's. Something
Maybe
like
it's what it's called. Something like that.
That's the
It's
only one we
across from
found.
Nickel City.
That's
Yeah.
a food truck too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
food truck. Yeah, it's the only one I
Yeah.
that. I
know.
want to try some.
We gotta go to that.
I
Oh, we
create some jerk chicken, some plantain, some
Yeah,
rice and
rice and beans.
What
Yeah.
about
cocoa bread.
that buffet place?
Oh,
Golden Corral.
Fuck that place.
Is it bad?
I went there once. I'll never go again. I mean, you want to see white trash? You
Yeah.
fit right in. Do you want to see some white trash? You go to Golden
Is
Corral.
it like a feeding trough for
yeah,
fat
it's like
people?
Lubies for families. It's not good.
We should go with some GoPros on our heads and just
Seriously,
watch some
that should be a
feeding.
documentary.
Follow people through their eating, their grazing.
Seriously, I mean, it's
He must be massive.
yeah. Think about like
Don't they
your.
have roast beef or like
I
good
think
meat,
so.
good cuts of meat? Because
I
I don't
didn't
really
have
care
the
about
meat,
the
but-
other shit.
I don't remember. I just remember it being shitty. Like think of your
Yeah.
worst cafeteria food.
Yeah.
First of all, everything is full
Mass
of
produced.
preservatives.
Yeah.
Look, you're not. There's no yoga mat in anyone's trunk going into that place.
No.
No, there's
But you go,
wheelbarrows for
you
people
puke.
when they walk out.
Oh yeah, those toilets and that.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine being the janitor at a Golden Corral, and you go into the women's restroom, and some girls drinking out of the urinal?
How classy.
I
How
just wanted to
classy.
see how many listeners we had left. Golden Corral, like, because there's some,
What's the? Why do you want to go? Just for the?
because I can't find a good Indian buffet, and I like to do.
Oh, I got one for you.
oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, they are.
There's one.
Is it
Bombay
one on
Bistro.
Congress?
That's not a buffet. I think.
No, I know.
There's
it's
Clay
on
Pit, but
buffet.
Clay Pit is not a buffet. If you want a good Indian buffet, you go to Bombay Bistro on South Lamar. South Lamar in 71.
Okay.
That one's dope.
I do want to go to Tony's.
Well,
Yeah.
There's some jerk chicken and stuff.
Yeah.
I want jerk chicken.
There's a Ethiopian.
That's
Asties.
either hit or miss.
Yeah, but that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been looking
The
seriously.
bread?
I'm so
Garlic,
tired of
salt.
Tex-Mex
Yeah.
and barbecue that I'm like any ethnic food I'll take. So,
Yeah. It's got to be good in this town to
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah, but they got okay. So here's the story. There's a friend of mine was running he's from Senegal. He was running a food truck. It was serving Senegalese food, but he had to like adapt it because this is Texas. They don't know what the fuck this stuff is.
Yeah.
Ingredients?
Yeah, no, I mean nothing fancy, but he would switch up the recipes. Like if the the rice. It's supposed to have this sauce. He'll put it in the like tortilla, you know, and put some cheese on it, like some brie or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, it's fusion type shit.
Sure.
And then one day he started serving actual rice. He had like a whole thing with rice, and the Mexican food truck across from him said, "No, you can't do the rice. The rice thing is our thing." And he's like, "Motherfucker, I'm from Africa."
What about the Chinese guy with the rice that he's selling to both of those
Exactly.
other guys?
Like the Chinatown supermarket.
He's laughing. He's laughing. Look at these fucking dumb motherfuckers fighting over our rice.
No, but I've been looking for a good African, good African food, even good French food. There used to be a French restaurant downtown next to Esther's Foley's, behind Esther's Foley's.
Okay.
But people don't want to park downtown to eat a nice meal on the weekend unless they're staying in a hotel or something.
Yeah, but it was right off 6th Street, but it was still, to me as a Frenchman, I was like, this is legit French food. So they had a clientele.
Yeah.
Coq au vin and stuff.
The what?
What's French food?
Like
coq au vin, called?
yeah, coq au vin. Sorry. No, I mean they would rotate their menu, so they have like hachis parmentier, which is like shepherd's pie, I think you guys call it.
I love
But
a good shepherd's
but
pie.
done well. Like they're like, I don't eat dessert in
Browned
this country.
on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do that.
Cheese.
Yeah.
They would
corn.
do like their desserts, like a creme brulee, the way it's supposed to be done.
Uh-huh.
You know, even the butter, the butter was
Torch the
delicious.
top, creme brulee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be warm on top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they had it. I mean, it's run by French people.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Now we're hungry. It's just a barbecue, man. It's still hungry.
I know.
Eat all day.
But my sweet tooth, I quit drinking like 6+ years ago, and my sweet tooth just went through the roof. I went from eating a chocolate bar a year to at least 5 or 6 a month. Like,
Do you have
all the time.
do you get cravings?
oh yeah, sugar cravings too.
No, just regular, like, hey, I gotta have this type of food.
Nah, I just get the munchies from smoking weed.
Yeah, that
Cravings, that's a little different.
I
I'll
don't
eat
get
anything.
those.
You don't get the munchies?
No, I don't get the cravings.
Okay.
Like, you know, because a friend of mine always made fun of me because she was like, you never have, oh, I gotta have pizza. So I go out of my way, you know, to go and have it.
Probably
or
have a balanced diet.
No, it's more of a convenience thing. It's
Okay.
like, what is it I haven't had in a long time? But it's not like, oh, I gotta have this thing. You know what I mean? It's like, I got an hour to eat. What's convenient?
Well, when
Let me
you
get
say
some.
I gotta have, you're about to do something stupid. Maybe you're not into doing stupid shit.
Yeah, that worked.
Weirdo.
Seriously?
You're telling me you don't feel like eating a whole cherry pie for no reason?
No.
Well, that's where we're different.
Actually, ice cream.
Oh yeah, we'll pull a box of donuts in here, and me and Jared will
We're
fuck
about to have a
up.
feast, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
eat a whole box.
Oh, we can do that.
And his funny thing is, maybe just one more donut. Oh, we've had 6 deep.
Yeah, we should start like a food critic podcast where we just start eating shit.
I can eat a whole box of cereal, no problem. In a punch bowl. I can eat a tremendous amount of food.
Whole
I burn a lot of calories. Whole chickens.
Yeah.
I can eat a whole
What's your
family.
thing? What's your favorite food, Jared? Pussy? Yeah.
Come on, this is a family show.
Come
Oh,
on.
who gives a fuck? Nobody's watching.
I like eating pussy. Yeah.
Don't get him going on pussy. You know,
No, see,
derail the whole show.
Into the mic, Jared. What is it? Do you have like a family tradition or like something that's passed down? Like, oh,
Anal,
we're the
mostly.
Nathan. We're the Nathans. We eat blank.
Lot of chicken growing up.
Yeah. You look like a roast. He looks
Also,
like he likes
I
a
love
roast chicken.
Jamaican food.
Yeah.
I love myself some juke chicken.
Why the Jamaican food?
I love it.
I'm from
You from Jamaica?
Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's always
that is
good
not
There's a
Jamaicans,
huge
yeah.
Jamaican
Yeah.
influence in
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Toronto.
Yeah.
And there's a special area called Kensington
Market. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
which is like a.
That patty place closed.
Did it?
It's been in Toronto for like 60 years.
Randy's Patties in Eglinton?
No. The one in
Or at Coast 2?
Kensington Market.
Okay.
Near, anyway, there was
Yeah.
a legendary, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of Toronto landmark restaurants
Yeah, closing
that
up.
are all closed, and
Because of COVID, or
yeah, the
is it
last
just
2 years wiped them out. Like
we had them too?
diehard
Yeah,
places.
I love.
Great,
Yeah,
family-owned businesses for 50 years in some cases.
yeah,
Oh, same here.
All gone.
yeah.
Same here.
You guys
Restaurants,
still have
clubs.
some of it stayed.
Yeah, but actually, a lot of them. I think it was venues that get the hard, hit the hardest. The
Live
restaurants.
entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, you can barely, make money doing it, and
Yeah.
so restaurants like that French restaurant closed down because of COVID.
A lot of people adapted to go
Yeah.
bag Uber Eats, and when they could do that
DoorDash.
transfer, but you still pay on real estate on a restaurant to hold 70 tables.
Mm-hmm.
You still have that bill.
You know how bad it was in France? Because I mean, you take away the service industry in France, you got nothing. Like
Yeah.
food is like our thing.
Yeah.
Like there's 3 restaurants on every
Oh, yeah.
block, right?
Coffee shop.
Yeah. So
Beautiful, beautiful.
all of a sudden you tell restaurant owners, hey, you can only operate at 25%. Or you got to close down, or you have to check people's vaccination
card, yeah.
pass or whatever, and they go like, you understand, like this country runs on us, right?
Yeah.
We're like the biggest. We're the reason why people come to this country.
They're the truck drivers of France.
Do it.
The service industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know how the truck drivers in Canada work?
Yeah.
So if you take away all the waiters, you have nothing.
Yeah. I mean, they were pissed.
Yeah.
It was nuts. It was nuts, and it got to a point where you had to have a note to go outside.
Sure. Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, in France, you have to have the note. You could either go to work, to the grocery store, or to the doctor. And if the cops stop you and you didn't have the note, which by the way you just print online and write down where you're going, then you can get fined.
Yeah, it's weird how Montreal mirrors France so much. They want to be French.
Quebec.
Oh, yo, even the the French, the Québécois.
We're gonna have a big problem.
No, I don't-
I gotta go back. Look at us. We're like,
Are you scared to go back now?
Well, fuck. It's a very sensitive subject to Canadians and.
I mean, they want to be more French than the French. Like in France. No, hear me out. Hear me
it's
out.
true.
No, hear me out. We in France, when the movie comes out, we don't always translate the movie title. Like Scream was Scream. It's called Scream.
Yeah.
Right. We don't. But in Montreal, they translate everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
They're trying to
And
define.
it's weird.
Define.
They want us to separate themselves from
Yeah.
Canada at one point.
They can't unless all the
They
strip
tried
clubs
to.
went out of business. There'd be no reason to.
They rely a lot on Canada.
Well, it's all part of Canada.
Yeah, it
it's
is,
just
but
a
like-
separate. They want what is it? Distinct culture or I get
they
it.
want their own culture.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's their pride.
I mean, it's diverse as hell. I was surprised when I got there because I was like, this is like Europe in an American
Yeah.
kind of setting.
Oh, it's cool.
Because
I
there's a
got
little bit of everybody, like Greeks, Lebanese,
Yeah.
French, Italian, Germans. I saw all kinds of people. I'm like, you know what? If it wasn't this fucking cold, I can see myself.
And because
living
their
there.
parents and grandparents still speak their native language, a lot of them don't have accents because it's still
Yeah.
present in the household.
Yeah.
So they'll switch, especially like Greeks. When I saw Greek people speak French,
Mm-hmm.
like stereotypical, like Angelo
Yeah.
and his brother.
They speak French.
Yeah, they were born in Montreal.
Okay.
So when they flip over to, it's just like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I tell them not to speak French to me. I'm like, speak in English because
Yeah.
the French is horrible.
No,
I can't understand a word.
no.
Quebec. Yeah.
Tabernacle. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't sound as pleasant. But
No,
anyway,
at all.
it's a world apart. It's a world apart. There's a lot of geography and time between people who had left and decided to start over.
So let me ask both of y'all this. So why the comedy thing? That might be a big
no
question.
other choice.
Really?
There's no choice.
Comedy chose you.
Yeah, more
It's
or
one of
less.
those-
Now that I think about it, it more or less did because I was right from the beginning a troublemaker and shit.
And you're like, I can make people laugh, and that was
No,
it?
I was like, I just ran out of things to get fired from. So
He's at every single job possible.
yeah, like and I didn't even have the
Yeah.
luxury of every single job. It was, you know, I worked in construction, in kitchens, a lot of physical labor type jobs. Not a lot of. I didn't have a high school diploma to even present in an interview, so I was stuck to what everybody did in my hometown was work in factories but because my education was so low, I couldn't even get into a large company to push a broom. So I worked in restaurants and construction roofing
And then one day you winded up on the stage, and that was it.
no, then things got so bad in my hometown with my social circles and how people's lives were starting to change through various problems of that time. And
You're talking like you lived through the Great Famine. Like, what's the Great Depression?
it was brutal.
It was Hamilton.
Yeah, he knows the city, and it was brutal. It was like, have you seen the movie Kids? Have you seen the movie Gummo?
Gummo?
Gummo. No?
No.
Oh, okay. I always use those as references of what it was like, but kind of Trailer Park Boys, but none of the fun stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
Being
clear
a-
picture.
Pittsburgh. You've been to
Ye-
Pittsburgh.
No,
No.
Okay.
but I can see the like
Yeah,
the
steel-
factory towns.
Yeah.
Steel, yeah.
Yeah,
steel,
yeah. Like
steel.
everybody works there, and if they're
Yeah.
gone, the whole
Yeah, no one.
town goes to shit.
There's
Yeah.
no. you
All
either
white people.
yeah.
Nah.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, look.
You from there too?
No.
No.
Oh,
No, I'm from Toronto.
And Toronto's the most
Pretty much.
mixed,
Yeah.
still today, I think, city in the world.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
had
we
a-
miss the food. We have so many options there. You can literally go restaurant, so different foods,
every country pretty much.
and not a lot of barbecue
No.
in Toronto, but everything else.
Yeah.
Like Montreal, but you can bring a bottle of wine into a Montreal restaurant.
this is what we don't have. Austin claims to be diverse, but it's not really.
No, we've
It is
talked
not
about
at
that
all.
a couple times.
It is not.
Wait for me.
It is so not.
Yeah.
Too white for me.
We go into the we look at the audience, and Jared and I are like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
It's white.
it's so
Too
white."
white.
Yeah.
It's
Too
pretty
white
funny.
for me.
And you know what? And it's white because Mexicans and blacks can't live here no more. That's why.
Why is that?
I mean, gentrified.
Oh,
So
okay.
black people moved to
Poor
Pflugerville,
neighborhoods, yeah.
Georgetown, Huddle.
polished up. Okay.
Like I tell people all the time, like,
Where they moved to Houston?
maybe, but Houston's black. I mean, there's a
Round
lot
Rock?
of black people in
Yeah.
Houston.
I've only
Austin,
been to Houston once, and it looked black.
yeah, Austin is only like 7% black. It was 8.
Yeah.
Now it's down to 7 because everybody's like,
Yeah.
I can't live here because it's too expensive.
But who wants to hang out with 20-year-old grubby white kids anyway? Because that's
20-year-old
what it is.
grabby white kids,
Grubby.
grubby, yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Same-
Austin is.
That's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
I'm
I
interested.
live on the east side, and yeah, I'm interesting. I
Yeah.
got things to say, and
Yeah.
I want to make a statement about how I look and how I
Yeah.
talk. And I only been here for 5 years, but I'm already complaining about the traffic.
Yeah.
yeah, those
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I can't stand them. It's like,
we have nothing to do with that.
No.
no. Look,
I tried to
here's the
avoid
thing. Like, I'm not blaming y'all. Here's the thing. I'm not one of those like fuck people from California moving in here, raising the rent and all. It's gonna happen. Austin's always been in the top 5 best cities to live in for years. So it was only a matter of time before everybody got the memo and then they started moving here.
Yeah. Survival.
But it's the
Wasn't spite.
attitude that I can't stand.
Yeah.
It's the entitlement
Yeah.
of like, oh yeah, I'm here and I'm gonna bitch.
Oh, how many bad conversations have you had with somebody from somewhere else complaining about their situation here?
A lot.
All the time. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it really is. It's
In a
like
car-
they come here to bitch.
They come here to
They
bitch.
come here to bitch, and you're like, yo, man, we all in the same boat. We
Yeah.
all know it. It's like saying you're outside and you tell me it's raining. I'm like, I know. I'm
You know
in
why
it
they
too. You
came
don't
here
have to talk
bitch?
about it all the time.
Because they were a bitch somewhere else too.
Yeah. They were a
They
small
never
bitch
did
in a
it-
big
they never
town, not a
grew.
big bitch in a small
They
town.
never grew. They never had any.
Right.
They didn't come here to Austin to grow, and develop.
Yeah.
And they came here with an idea about themselves, and when people didn't rise up to their expectations, they blamed them.
Well, they were the shit wherever they were from, and then they come here. And I mean, you talk about comics specifically.
Yeah, let's name some names, motherfucker.
What the fuck? A lot of people don't have.
Oh, don't get him going. He's gonna fucking tell everybody.
Go ahead. You have the floor.
A lot of people don't have life experiences.
Yeah.
Right? So they just
24 years old.
all I know how to is complain about their stupid life because they haven't felt the pain of their life and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've slid into this comedy thing.
Yeah.
Formed an identity about it and what the business owes them.
Yeah.
But they're going to find out the hard way.
I had a
Well, let them. I mean, look, I'm not.
I love it.
It's interesting to watch because, I mean, you've heard comedians say that like comedy is like it's the lowest art form or something. Like it welcomes everybody can do.
There's no
Everybody
union.
welcomes.
There's no union.
Exactly. But like
anybody could do it.
It's a very low barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is, can you thrive in it, and can you actually maintain it, be consistent, and actually make some shit happen?
Yeah.
I haven't had a day job in 20 years.
There you go.
I had a full-time job for 10 years. Then I got laid off, and I had to move to Winnipeg to find
Middle of the
work.
country. It's like moving to the middle
Canada.
of Russia
It's cold.
and wondering why your life isn't getting better.
It's cold.
Fucking
I
brutal.
started
No,
doing
it
comedy
sucks. It sucks.
Is
it's
that where
one
you
of the
started?
worst,
Yeah,
worst
that's
places in the country.
where I started. However, I did public speaking before.
You did
I
public speaking?
Yeah. I spoke for like Special Olympics for like 5 years. And like I always loved public speaking in school. I always liked doing it, even though it was challenging. When people tell me I can't do something, I want to do it more and more.
Wow.
I bet you
Props to
can't
you.
shave with a straight razor. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, hold on. But do you remember your first open mic?
Yes.
The first time you got on? How was it like? First of all, what did you say? What do you think? What do you think was going to happen?
I was ranting how it was pretty much a rant, and some people told me I couldn't read and write, and I pretty much like ranted, and I made up some knock jokes.
That was you had 3 minutes of knock jokes.
I did like 2 knock jokes.
Some street
Man,
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, some street stuff, and I
It's an
did
act.
a toast afterwards to all the people who told me I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was pretty shitty, but like,
And now look at you.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like,
And you felt good afterwards when you got off. You're like, okay, this is
yeah,
actually
I
shit.
felt good. I wanted to do something with my stutter, and it came from a shroom trip. It actually came from me doing
six grams?
like over close to 10 grams of mushrooms, trying to cure my stutter.
Whoa.
Because I saw somebody on Joe Rogan saying how he could have started by doing mushrooms. So I thought
10 grams.
I would
Have you
try it.
taken mushrooms?
Yeah, I have.
a
Yeah,
lot.
10 grams is a lot.
It's a lot.
How many hours?
It was a good.
2 days.
It was a good.
That's
hour.
powerful.
Yeah,
Were you nibbling or did you do all at once?
I had some leftover. I think.
Yeah.
Do you
I don't know
remember
how
any
much
of
I
it?
really did. Did I tell people it's 10 grams? I don't know. It was exactly.
Do you know grams?
What?
Do you know grams?
Yeah, you can look at it and tell.
Yeah,
what
I know
grams.
grams.
Oh, okay,
I know,
okay.
I know how much it is.
He's a drug addict.
Oh.
Yeah. It
Whipped cream
was
mostly.
not my first time doing anyways. It was not my first time.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's a spirit
I
space
experimented.
traveler.
Yeah. I like to travel in the different lanes. But yeah, I decided I had to do something with my stutter because I still
There's no way around
had it.
Yeah.
I had to do something, and my friend gave me this flyer of a open mic, and then next day I was there, and then I kept coming back, and I kept like showing up and
Yeah, that's how I met
learning
him.
how to do it. Yeah. Jason met me at a baseball diamond during COVID doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah, in
outside.
Toronto.
During COVID.
When I decided I was going to actually leave Los Angeles and go back to Canada for at least 6 months, these outdoor park shows started happening in Toronto, and Jared kept showing up for these shows and doing well. And when things kind of opened up here, I figured this is the best place for anybody to continue a stand-up career, and getting on those Kill Tony shows of kind of changed your life a little bit.
Yeah, you do well on Kill Tony.
100%. Yeah.
You try to rap recently?
Oh, he's rapped twice. Who did you rap in front of?
I
don't
at the front of Freddie
Gibbs?
Gibbs. Yeah.
Freddie Gibbs, yeah.
Yeah. That episode actually comes out tomorrow.
The one,
Freddie,
the one with
who
Freddie
else?
and Joe Rogan?
Yeah. Freddie and Joe Rogan.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brian Moses was
Yeah.
there?
Brian
Yeah.
Moses was there.
I was there that night.
That was a.
That was
man.
good.
Yeah, it was a good
You were
night.
there. That was
Yeah.
the craziest. That was the
Yeah, I saw you there
craziest-
too.
That was the craziest
That's
night.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Yeah,
was
it's so transient. People are just.
It was the
around.
craziest night I ever experienced. That one night.
That was the best one.
That was,
That was
I think the
most
first-
insane.
your
The
first
most
one.
Like, yeah.
and you made a mark on your first one.
My first one
Because it was
for
new.
myself.
Yeah.
was the craziest. Like that Joe Rogan
Yeah.
episode was very intense. How like
Sure.
they're trying to egg him on and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It came together nicely.
Yeah.
It's been, there's been some close calls, but fuck. The cat
yeah.
keeps landing on his feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've seen how many deaths have you seen on that show? Just right there.
Yeah.
Hundreds of them.
It's a hard
It's
show.
just
It's a
Public
hard time to do.
executions.
It is rough.
It's not easy to do 60
You know what?
seconds.
I'm kind of anxious to even try.
You
but
got to.
I will.
Have you tried it yet?
No,
Signed
not yet.
up?
Not yet.
See,
I
it's
did sign
scary.
up. I did sign up, but
Okay.
he didn't pick me that day. And you know what? I signed up, and I'm like, I'm buying a ticket. I'm not going to be in that freaking
Cattle.
cattle over there, gal pen
the
over there.
cage.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
that's
doing
a
that.
fun experience,
I'm like, I
the
will
cage.
buy a ticket. No, fuck no. No disrespect to all the comics, but
well,
I'm like,
man.
look, I can afford a ticket. I'll sit in the audience like
Yeah.
a human being.
In November in that cage?
It's humiliating. It's
I
part of
really
the process. Is there's a breaking horse spirit of a
Yes, like if you don't pass, this is your test. If you don't pass this, you're not meant to do comedy.
Yeah.
It's like that quick.
It's a good
But it
experience.
works. Look at Hans. It freaking works.
yeah. Well, until somebody books a tour, you're guests on a talk show.
Yeah. But
Look, I'm not saying that you're gonna get a lot of people showing up to your shows just from this
No.
episode.
no.
This is
Probably not. I'm telling you right now.
No,
I don't
no.
have expectations.
No, but I have
all this stuff is like a public way to people to showcase themselves outside of like a normal stand-up audience. Like,
You talking about Kill Tony?
yeah,
Specifically?
like that is it's like there was all like X Factor even before that Star Search and stuff. A comedian would perform on a like a talk show, Johnny Carson,
Yeah.
David Letterman and so on. This
Yeah, I
has
know.
the same effect, but more at an underground level.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the industry didn't develop this; it came organically. You know,
it's very international too. Everybody
Yeah, the
watch
YouTube is
everywhere.
globalized it now,
it's
so-
very globalized.
some places you'll gain traction that you never really thought were
Yeah.
even an option.
And next thing you know, you get recognized at Buzzmill.
Yeah, like
Pretty dope, man.
fat chicks with pink hair. What the fuck? Some gay guy in his 60s and the kid he's fucking come up. Yeah, that guy was pounding that kid's asshole.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a pedophile. He's like, we're big fans of you.
He
Do
looked
you want
at
to
you
fuck
like,
my son?
was
Good,
so
good luck on your
creepy.
next show.
That was so creepy.
But Jared's like so misty eyed. He's like, oh, this guy really likes me. That guy's a sex offender and he rapes that other guy. So pick your friends better.
I didn't choose the life. The life chose me.
This is your fan base, Jared. You got to live with it.
Fuck.
Nambla.
Yeah.
No, but yeah,
You look like the guy. Yeah. Anyway, but
crazy how just
yeah. Have you ever? Wait till one of these weirdos try and blow you in the bathroom.
I had some people.
That old man.
Wash it was a place trying to shake my hand up. I'm like, no, no, thank you. Wash your hands.
Pissed all over your hand.
No,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
you're eating a chocolate bar, scratching your asshole, and he's gross.
Who knows? That homeless chick who spit in your face was a fan too.
Fuck.
Hey, you've paid hookers good money to have them spit in your face. Have you? Yeah.
Maybe not spit in my face, but I paid her good money before, yeah.
What's with the legs? Mr. Accordion's over here. I talk about pussy.
shaky legs.
He's trying to land some on his
Just
lap.
shaky legs, I don't know.
So she spit on your cock for an extra $50.
Is it worth it?
Was it $50?
That sounds like
How many
pricey for a
times?
spit.
I don't know how many.
Oh, it happened more than once.
I've been to some people.
In one
I had
session?
some people do shit to me and I want to talk about on TV.
TV?
Jared, let me. Nobody listens. Nobody's listening right now.
Everybody listens.
Nobody's
They
listening.
might not
I
now.
will not
They might
cut-
later.
I might cut this clip out, but nobody's
Like I
listens right now.
say, I've been
Prostitute.
pissed on
Pissed?
once.
Jesus.
On purpose?
Well, he was
I wanted
sleeping.
to try it. I
His
wanted to
brother
see
has
how
a
it
top
felt.
bunk.
He didn't know.
I wanted to see how it felt.
Yeah.
You asked for it?
Hey, why don't you get a hot cup of tea and just try that instead of piss?
It was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
No, but whatever. You try things once.
The janitor at his high
That's your
school.
philosophy. That's a great way to
Some
approach
try
life.
things. Some try.
Where did the
What's
piss
the
party
upgrade?
take place? In the bathtub?
In a hotel?
The same as sauce party. I got raided a couple years later, actually.
How good was that? You might have been jerked off by one of my ex-girlfriends.
Maybe.
I
I don't know.
dated some.
You got
One-
shared
I
girlfriends?
took off with some interesting people.
She hung herself in her basement.
Probably not her.
Oh, definitely. She worked in Toronto around that time, so
2007.
he doesn't want. Isn't this weird? This is the life we live now. He doesn't want the idea of him getting jacked off by my ex-girlfriend who killed herself is disgusting to him.
But peeing is fine.
I don't know.
Mr. Piss Party over here.
I don't do it now. I just try.
You don't want to get
once.
jerked off by a dead girl. That pause is very
Yeah,
haunting.
Maybe got
You got to try everything once.
right. Maybe I don't know. But I
about-
got took out by a few hookers in my day.
Yeah.
Prostitutes or escorts, whatever
I
you
had
want to
my-
call them.
You sound like you had a harem for like 10 years.
Oh, he blew so much money on pussy.
In my 20s,
Ugh.
I spent
Wait,
a
hold
lot
on.
of money.
Are you 31?
I'm 37 now.
Okay. So when you were wild in your 20s.
In my 20s, I would spend a lot of time in strip clubs and massage parlors. Yes.
You were
I had a full-time job and I made some good money.
40
and-
grand a year?
I mean, like 25.
Relatively.
25 grand.
Yeah.
A year.
Oh, you were balling.
So I had some.
So you were
disposable
blowing
income.
about 20 because you were getting disability kickbacks and stuff. So
Yeah.
you had about 20 grand spending money.
I never had disability in my 20s. Only in my 30s I got on disability.
Really?
Oh.
Because I had a full-time job.
How are
and
you affording to live in Toronto on 25 grand?
I
He
spent,
wasn't.
I lived at home pretty much.
Oh, okay.
with your
So
parents?
I was 26. Yeah,
he
my
had
parents.
$10,000 for piss and pussy.
I spent a lot of money on escorts and stuff.
Hold on. Were you at the strip club and you were buying the flowers and you were eating there and everything? Like you were.
I never
That guy-
really ate at. Don't eat at strip clubs. No.
I beg to differ, but okay.
Oh,
They have good
it
food.
depends
They have good food, yeah.
What you want to eat. But
T-bone.
Yeah, you were there for the pussy,
I
not
was
for the
there
chicken
for the-
fingers.
I was there for the T-bone.
Okay. well,
No pun, no
okay.
pun.
No, but strippers, I felt very comfortable to talk to and stuff.
What was your
Yeah.
budget?
Whatever.
Do you have a monthly
They just
budget?
clean you out.
I
Just pour your money out when you walk in.
I've gotten there $200 in my pocket.
Yeah, that's respectable.
And for one night,
200?
for one
What?
night, $200 for one night,
Depends. Yeah.
for like $20 a dance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
but
it's
strippers are notorious for
fucking for money.
Yeah, no shit.
for scamming you.
Yeah, he's been robbed.
I've been
times.
robbed. Like I've been in Ottawa actually. Some strippers try to get you to spend $200 on a blowjob, so they don't have to do 4 songs. They just do like
Ah,
one song
and blow you and
then
get
you
out.
come and then you finish, right?
I don't know what it is about you saying "come," but it makes it
Come.
dirty.
It's a
It makes it dirty.
strippers know
It's
how
a
to
long C.
trick you out of
It's
shit.
like you're gonna get it on my shoe if it goes
And,
off.
like, I told a stripper,
enough,
no, I don't want to lap dance. Stop acting like a whore.
Oh,
And she got upset and started
Spit in your
hitting
face.
me.
hitting you?
She started hitting me like a stripper hit.
Stripper hit.
Like a
Super head. The
hit,
super
you know?
head. This is
Yeah.
Like a stripper hit.
like
Yeah.
it's
And then
You wearing your glasses?
pretty much got. I still had glasses on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I pretty much got kicked out of the strip club.
For calling them
Pretty much.
whores.
We're calling them whore.
But you paid.
What?
You paid, right?
I paid $20.
You're a
for
good
lap dance.
customer.
Yeah,
You're just
you
being
paid.
harassed.
I didn't.
I don't want it.
I.
That's your shitty customer service.
wanted a lap dance, you know.
Yeah.
But you
didn't
called her a
want
whore.
blowjob. I wanted a lap dance, and like she kept trying to
But
like
blow you.
tell me, yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
easy
she had-
money, right?
She had like
Easy money.
she had cold sores all over her.
She wasn't that
balls.
attractive. No,
Yeah.
Oh, now she was
wasn't.
Yeah, she was just you
Yeah.
passed on the blows because she was ugly.
And the thing is, I've into so many strip clubs, and I know the
Staff, yeah,
game already.
yeah.
I know the whole etiquette, the whole
Well, that's how it
game,
works.
the whole trick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't fool me anymore.
But calling a whore
Anymore.
is
Yeah, but
She was pushing it.
she was acting like
she like acting like one.
she wanted to give me a blowjob for $200. That's a whore, right?
My
Technically.
mother's
What the fuck
sleeping in
with
the other
money?
room.
She wanted to fuck for money or whatever. So that's a whore, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
what
I
are you
just
yelling
want
at
the
me
lap dance
for?
for 20. That's all I wanted.
It's not my
I
little.
wanted to out there. I didn't want to.
First of all, if you don't put that microphone in front of your face,
Okay.
I think she's back in the Olympics with the torch. There's no speeches today.
Let's go. No, but yeah, I'm over
Yeah.
over strip clubs.
Well, first of all, you got bigger fish to fry now. The whore days are over.
Yeah.
Wait, you got a girlfriend?
No, he's got work to do.
What word?
There's always
I have
whores
comedy
around.
to do right now. I have
Yeah.
to focus on comedy right now.
So are you have you gone to any of the strip joints here? The Red Rose, Yellow Rose, Palazzo,
No,
Perfect 10,
no.
the one up north that's like I think it's like closed at 4 o'clock and it's all naked.
You need like
I don't have enough money to do
$4,000.
that. I
You
have
need
no money. I have not enough
$4,000.
money to waste.
you need $4,000 to go in
And
there
then-
and have a good time.
Thing is, I once I get started, I can't stop.
Yeah.
It's
Once
like
once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that-
addictions.
lap dance,
pussy.
I wanna
Man.
do more lap dances.
how bad
I
did
have
it
a
get in the
sex
20s?
addiction, sort of. So
How bad did it get in your 20s? Like when did you realize this was too much? What was the breaking point?
When he went to the strip club and they locked the door on him, and all the girls went home. They're like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here." This
Jared's
guy,
coming.
Jared's banging his head against the window with a heart on, with money in his mouth.
When I went out of cash and tried to buy lap dances with my Interact card, that's when I knew it was getting too much.
Oh wow!
And when strippers when I got strippers' phone numbers and they tried to text me to come over to the strip clubs, and I usually come, and I got tangled up.
So you never really got in trouble, really?
No, just he feels like a jack off for
getting
being
scammed.
hustled.
Yeah,
It's all
I was
hindsight.
being hustled.
Yeah,
And how long did that last?
I thought strippers were my
Friends?
girlfriends.
girlfriends. And they were trying to hustle me.
Come on, man.
I was stupid, okay? I was. And
That happens a lot.
Also-
What keeps him in business? That kind of
that
shit.
hope.
Yeah.
Is that a hope? Like, oh, I'm gonna
remember
save
the
this
same
one.
time of that song, I'm in love.
With a stripper? Yeah.
Like that whole.
You were that
like,
guy.
I've been in love with a couple strippers. Which I'm not proud of. Like.
You buy them food, you bring the flowers, listen to their problems.
Yeah, I got strippers and escorts and massage parlors. I hang out with some chicks from massage parlors and stuff like that.
Did you feel like you wanted to save them? Like you had a Messiah complex
No.
type thing?
Company.
Or just who's using who?
They pretty much showed me respect, and I got sucked up in that aspect of it.
But you thought that if you didn't have any money, they wouldn't do half the things they do for you.
Oh, that's the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I found out afterwards.
But nobody graduated and became a friend, an actual friend, out of all the strippers you know. Someone you can call and say, "Hey, Cindy."
No,
No, none of them.
no.
Oh wow,
Some
that's
of them
sad.
sold me drugs
Yeah.
for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But no. A couple months, maybe.
That's a healthy relationship, though, with
Yeah.
a stripper. If you can last more than 2 months,
Yeah, 2 months.
that's like 6 years in stripper
And then
years.
it just, yeah.
That's impressive, man. You're really nice.
Knew my name when I walked into a strip club.
Yeah.
They used to say, "Hey, it's you."
Loser.
Like, they
Dude.
knew me by face and everything.
The
but-
first strip club that I ever went to in Austin was the Yellow Rose. But
Same.
we had I was going to a dance studio right up the street, and we would have some stripper actually come and take dance classes. So when we go to the strip club, we show up with class cards, and that's how I would pay them. So we show up. I wasn't even 21. They would show up, take over a table, and then girls would come around and be like, "Okay, here, $20, come take a class," and that's how we paid them.
Yeah.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
I'm always amazed that I get the appeal, and it's a whole business around it. I get it, but I'm like,
The Earth Room.
OnlyFans.
yeah,
Yeah.
They took it out of the
Webcam.
house and put it in your living room.
and it works.
Yeah.
You know how many
OnlyFans
girls
works.
that have the same lighting setup that we do for podcasts that take pictures of their asshole?
You know that girl
a
who
green
sells her
screen?
fart in the jar and makes millions?
My wife is her name. Thank you. And I don't appreciate you disrespecting fart bag.
It is a business and it's
Yeah.
lucrative, and
Yeah.
guys buy it.
Wasn't she off the back of some celebrity show, or she had some sort of TV presence or something?
I think so.
It's usually
Did she
reality.
get sick
You
or
know, 90
something?
Day Fiance, wasn't that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
One of those
yeah.
shows.
I think it's
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah, and then she,
Farts in a jar. I've been
Did she
shitting in
get
jars for
sick or
years.
something?
huh?
Did she get sick or something?
Yeah, she got
afterwards?
sick. Yeah,
Cancer.
Yeah.
it turned out to be a hoax. It turned out like she wasn't sick at all. She just been farting too much or some shit like that.
Oh, she's probably got a demand that she can't.
She can't keep.
No, you can't eat that
Probably
much.
ate some nasty shit.
Hard-boiled eggs every morning, like pickled. You know those draft. You know the big,
Oh, yeah.
just full of hard-boiled eggs,
Yeah.
pickled.
Pickle juice.
And what else would make it fart? Bran and
Mexican
pickled
food.
eggs.
Jalapeno.
Yeah, jalapenos. That just makes gives you a hot
Chipotle.
hole. Chipotle.
Chipotle will
but then
do
you
you-
gotta shit your pants on top of it.
I went through my like 6 months of Chipotle trying to eat healthy. Next thing you know, I have the shits every day, and I'm like, I hope it's actually eliminating some stuff because every time it never failed. Like if I knew if I was going to go out, like
Taco Bell.
not even. I do Chipotle, I make sure I take a shit, and then I'm clean for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And I can eat whatever. I already had my shit of the day. But yeah, Chipotle will do it.
Yeah, Chipotle's can be a nasty experience.
Yeah.
We keep coming back to shit. We started.
It's my forte. It's my forte.
Yeah.
Merci.
it's my favorite type of show. It's my favorite type.
It
of
always
show.
ends up there. Because I don't have any. I don't root for sports teams. I'm not into
What do you
any political.
What do you think about the Ukraine Russia situation?
I'd hope to do a gig there sometime. That's all I care about. Is I'd love to perform. I performed in Russia
Really?
on television. Yeah,
In English?
in English, on Moscow. Literally, I think like 7 years ago. It
That's
came
not.
up
That's
on, I
not too
think-
far ago.
No.
That's too long ago. But what was the context of the show?
Well, me bombing mostly. Me bombing on television in Russia. First
But-
English
Well,
speaking comic.
Russians don't laugh very
Well, how'd you get the gig?
I'm very talented.
Besides that, well, who said, Jason, we need you to go to Moscow for a show?
Because I spent so much time living and touring in Europe for extensively for over a decade. So there was this white guy from Canada who was already familiar with the international circuit. So that would spiral out. They would see me on Swedish television, English television, various television things that would make their way to the internet. So these Eastern European countries and stuff would see that this guy worked internationally in television.
Like
so,
Russell Peters type shit?
well, yeah, Russell was actually a big help in that. He got me my first gigs in Durban. Actually, I did my first. Russell was. Well, that's one of the first places outside the UK that Russell had become very popular. Was
The
Durban.
biggest Indian population
yeah,
outside of
yeah.
India is Durban.
I couldn't believe it.
Durban was wow. I did not. I went there and I couldn't believe it. Like, yeah, this is where most of them are.
Yeah, I'd never
Big,
seen a billboard with Russell Peters until I was in Durban, leaving the airport. And
Wow.
Anyway, international. What were we on?
Russia.
So anyway, I think that might have. I can't remember. I think the promoter had said she'd seen some YouTube clips of me in European television, and they had 3 shows, Russian, and the Saturday was the international night, which was, I was told even on the phone that was a bilingual. International night was billed as an English-speaking comedy night for probably some expats, some students, whatever. You can fill out a studio audience with enough English speakers in Russia. Well, they didn't. They did not do that.
You did it in front of producers?
Dude, it was brutal. The room was freezing. It started like 2 hours, and I'm being generous. It was probably close to 2.5 hours late. The audience had their jackets on in the studio. There was puddles of water near the electrical shit in the camera. It was in a bag.
We're gonna do.
It was Russian.
laughed?
Yeah, it was
We're gonna
gangster.
do comedy.
No
It was-
laugh?
No laughs, and they had rockabilly music, like Elvis shit.
Okay.
Okay, but think of that, but Russian guys with mullets playing Russian rockabilly as the house band, and these motherfuckers were talking on hot mics in studio. So the band would play, you'd come up, and then they'd black out that side of the stage, and it would highlight your area in front of a live studio audience. Well, they would drop out the lights on that side and highlight you. Well, you could hear.
We're
And I'm
gonna
like, what
kill
the,
him.
I'm like, what,
Yeah.
does everyone else hear that? And I look, and the guys are in the shadows. They're just waiting for the lights to come on to play on the next act, but they're having a back and forth on a hot
Conversation,
mic,
yeah.
and everyone can hear it in the studio, and the people are getting, it's all falling apart. falling apart. It was terrible.
But the show
Terrible.
itself was a comedy show.
Yeah, stand-up comedy show.
But they had other people, other
Yeah,
Americans. Like who else was on it?
Danish comedian, and I recognized one of the guys was from Sweden, and I'd worked with him in Sweden before. And we both looked at each other like, I go, dude, I think you need to get your money now. I have a sneaky suspicion we're not going to get paid for this. I think I demanded cash, American money before I knew it was Russia. I knew it was Russia, and I could do some outrageous
You work for free
shit.
here.
I said, I want my cash before I go on stage. And they go, the show's starting maybe in 1 hour. I'm like, you better get to the bank. And they came back with a brick, and they wouldn't let me bring vodka on stage. And then when I asked, I go, I'm starving. Like, I've been here for 3 hours. Is there food? They take me down this dark corridor. First of all, with all due respect, the lady that was taking care of me was super cool. She worked for the network in some form or another. She was chaperoning me, took me to a bar, got me fucking wasted. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's no last call in Moscow. And I'm not a big shot guy.
Oh,
Well, I didn't have a choice.
Vodka.
It was fucking.
they do vodka. If you go to a Russian house here,
Yeah.
they
They took the Russian off of
I
it.
took the Russian off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went there with some Russians, and they give you a free shot with your appetizer, and in between every like 3-4 bites,
Yeah.
you gotta
Oh,
take a shot of vodka.
Russians love to drink.
Yeah, they know. But
They
damn,
know how
Yeah.
to drink too.
It's crippling level of alcohol consumption there. Like, you can do serious brain damage to yourself.
I'd be pissed too if I lived in Russia. I would drink myself to death. That's a miserable
Dude,
place to live in.
Stay warm. I was there in
And
the
stay
winter,
warm, yeah.
But I'm sure in the summer it must be pretty cool. I want to go back, is what I'm saying. Russia and Kyiv.
Is Kiev in Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Yeah. I've done shows in Slovenia, Croatia, Estonia, as far as that end of the world.
And it translates as far as like the references
Russia.
and stuff?
When I say Russia was bad, that was bad. That was a bad series of communication issues. But I've my shows in Hungary and Slovenia, all over, were all very well attended and received. So
Nice, man.
the countries that I frequent more and more Scandinavian countries have more success. But more Eastern European, they're not really excited or going out of their way to see English-speaking entertainment for good reason. It's like, who gives a fuck? It has nothing to do with us. But Sweden, Scandinavia mostly, and all UK and stuff, they're more curious about international stuff.
But you don't change your act.
No.
Good. That's actually good.
No. If anything, Europe allowed me to be more authentically myself and push boundaries.
You know what? That's a good point, because there is this sense of like, what's the word in English? Like being a pure. Are you rubbing on the mic?
Making a wish over here.
Yeah, they know Genie coming out, man.
He's
For more hookers.
tactile.
I'm very tactile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you give him a bag of squirrels and a ball of cotton, and he'll kill them all. Just rub them to death.
No, but there's just like this Puritan like idea about Americans that, like, even though we have one of the biggest like porn industries and people do deviant shit all the time, it's like, oh no, but we're good people. In Europe, you can watch TV and see tits and the dick at prime time and in front of kids. Nobody blinks.
No.
Nobody blinks.
I was naked on Swedish television at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Have you not seen
I
that
was
clip?
waiting for a naked story from Jason Rouse.
Have you not seen it? It's on YouTube.
No, I haven't seen it.
performed on Channel 5.
Yeah.
It was raw comedy. You've seen it.
I've seen it many times.
And I climbed
times.
into an audience naked.
With
and
socks on.
With my nothing but socks on, cock balls out, climbing over audience members. You can find it on YouTube. If you type in Jason Rouse naked or Jason Rouse raw comedy, it's there. But anyway, no hang-ups on sexual.
They love it.
Yeah. they love it.
It's not a big deal, but here it is. It's a big deal because you talk
It's those
about
Christians.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you. It's really what it is. It's like you want to be all nice, but then you do some of the craziest shit behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Because I
The
think about
hypocrisy of it is what
being
blows my mind.
American is there's a degree of puffing yourself up.
Yeah.
And if you have to puff yourself up, that means you're full of air.
I like
When
that.
you go to Holland, like for example, I bombed every night. I don't know why I'm telling everybody how bad I am.
That's
I
fine.
actually do very well, a lot.
Go see Jason Rouse, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, go
please.
see me. But Holland, Toomler's Comedy Club in Amsterdam.
Uh-huh.
Holland Comedy Club, Amsterdam, Jason Rouse.
Perfect fit,
Yeah.
Perfect
You would
fit.
think so.
right?
You would think. Thanks. Don't jump ahead to the sad part.
Sorry.
It didn't go well. Anyway, bombed every night.
Why?
Because Dutch people are fucking.
Or fucking.
Well, they're fucking. They're like all the North American taboos that I brought over to Holland. They were like, oh, we invented all this shit.
Yeah.
What are you trying
Oh.
to tell us about our own crazy? You think that's weird? Because you can do that here.
This is Tuesday.
Yeah, they're not. They were not offended whatsoever, or they're just kind of like staring.
Couldn't
That's
They couldn't.
wow.
They didn't give a shit. They did not give a shit.
Them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I knew what was happening because there was a table of British people that had seen me at the Comedia in Brighton months earlier, and they're saying, "Oh, mate, we saw you in London," and they were dying laughing. And all the Dutch people, I talked to them. I go, "Do these people have a? Can we get a mirror to put under their mouths to see if they're breathing?" Because they were just staring and sadly.
But what works is the shock value of it, because you do it in front of Americans here, and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just
it's so
said that."
easy.
Yeah,
and
it's-
even Austin being such an open-minded
Yo.
place, I drop hammers on them.
Yo,
They're like, "What?"
That bit you do, where
I go overboard.
that one for like 30 seconds
Yeah.
straight, just
Man.
then with the noise, and I look at people's faces, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Pissed.
they're all horrified, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does split that room again and again and
Yeah.
again and again. It's constantly splintering into
Some people love it.
factions.
Some people hate it.
Yeah, and some people start off loving, and they're like, "That's enough.
Yeah.
I'm done with this."
This is too long. 30 seconds is too long with doing this.
Yeah, they're having arguments with their spouse, going, "I thought it was just right."
Yeah.
No, I think you're 10 seconds too long. It was too much. Like, why that? And why is that the sound so wet?
But the Amsterdam people are like, yeah, this is Monday night at the house.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially the physicality that I'd use is punctuation with North American audience. They look like I was reinforcing a stupider idea with more stupid. Oh, you want to mime this for us?
Oh, yeah.
We weren't on board in the beginning. So why are you pretending? What are you, 4? What's with the sound and the? What are you, Marcel Marceau?
Marcel Marceau.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, Marcel Marceau, yeah.
It's a very famous French mime. I studied mime.
You what?
I studied.
You're starting
math.
out of frame. Come back in.
Yeah, he's.
What are you doing? You
he
don't
doesn't
like
it.
Jason?
I'm starting to remind him of his grandfather.
I wanted to skate.
Wandering
no.
thumb
I wanted to go
grandpa.
hide.
I'm looking at the camera here, and you've been sliding away out of frame.
I wanted to go hide. Sorry.
He doesn't like. Look, to be arm's reach with me, you're subjected to all number of possibilities.
You get PTSD from that spit in the
It
face.
could
So
be rattlesnake noises.
I get triggered easily, and Jason knows.
I know where all the triggers are.
I get post-traumatic stress from Jason sometimes. Yeah. From my past. Yeah.
Everybody
Past
does.
to haunt me.
You're in good company. There's a lot.
Yeah.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No,
It's
good.
intense. It's good.
It's good.
You can't live there, but you can visit.
Yes. Yeah. It's good every once
Everyone's
in a while.
Yeah, every
Everyone's-
other day is enough.
Yeah.
That's more than enough of me.
I want to.
I'm very aggressive.
You ever been roommates?
intense.
Do you consider being roommates?
Oh, I
Oh,
stayed there
he's lived
before.
here for over a month.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Yeah.
staying here in a couple weeks too. I
Yeah.
can-
you gonna leave the Ramada
next
from the
week I'm
hotel,
gonna stay here.
from the airport?
It's so expensive for him.
Next week I'm staying here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to save a week here saves him thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Of renting a place in the city. It's very
Yes.
expensive.
I mean, you're at the airport, not even in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I couldn't afford anything in the city.
There's,
so I had
there's
to
a
go
Motel
down
6 on
south.
35 who has a lot of vacancy.
Some of them it's doesn't have a kitchen and things.
Yes,
to keep
and
your
also
food.
South by South.
Yeah,
I got you.
yeah. Everyone booked a year in advance
Yeah,
for a lot of
people
it.
jack up the prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
I
some.
didn't want to stay in a room at somebody's house
yeah.
Yeah, no, don't do
because I
that.
don't think that'd be good for
I'm
me.
the only person.
Oh, for them,
Yeah,
Especially for them.
especially for them. Yeah.
I'm not a good.
Wait, so
house guest.
Yeah.
this is your.
You're not the worst.
I'm not the worst, but
No, you're not terrible.
I'm an acquired taste. I'll just say that.
Yeah,
I'm
and
a required- I
can see that.
unfortunately, I
can
have
see
no
that.
taste.
I'm
So
a
here we
required
are.
taste.
I have no
Nothing
taste.
phases Jason.
No,
You
I'm
can
an
do the
acquired
nastiest
taste,
shit.
You know?
Nothing
You'll be
phases
fine.
me.
I think he's seen it all at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been around the bend.
I'm a acquired taste.
Yeah.
Takes some getting used to me.
But that's the thing. It's not even you. It's comedians. They're all acquired taste.
Yeah.
And some people are just taste better than others.
Even
Stay out of my underwear drawer.
no,
He thinks
yeah.
they're eye patches.
Yeah, right.
Living here is good for comedy.
Yeah.
Staying here is good for comedy.
Yeah.
Comedic juices always flows, and it's good environment.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
like a treadmill.
Yeah.
Comedy treadmill.
You get inspired by being around more comics.
Right.
Well, we work here constantly. There's always, as soon as he comes in the door, we're workshopping his material, trying to
Oh.
pull it out. Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
have him stand up in the living room and then say, "Okay,
He's
do
done
your
that.
4
He's
minutes."
done that multiple
we
times.
fill up that board.
We go through all
my
his
shows.
material,
Yeah.
editing. We work on
Yeah.
what his conversation's
Yeah.
going to be
Oh,
during
yeah.
with his stories, subject matter.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Look, I gotta say, if this is your mentor,
Which-
you're in good
yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
You're in good
Yeah.
hands.
The proof's
You're
in the
lucky.
pudding.
Yeah.
He's
Also
got an
here-
open door with me. Policy is
Yeah.
if he's doesn't want anything to do with me as a creative, we're friends.
Mm-hmm.
So until he gets to where he needs to be, I'll continue to contribute my time to make sure that it stands.
You got your Yoda. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's gotten this bad that Jared and I are
Oh, man.
comrades.
Yeah.
That's how fucked up the world is right
We're
now.
I
opposite.
like you say comrades.
Comrades.
Comrade.
We're comrades. You comrades.
Comrade.
No, comrades.
Sometimes
Comrade. No, but yeah. And also,
comrades. It's very topical. Is that
this
the Russian?
environment, especially on that couch,
What?
sleeping on that couch can influence so many dreams and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
I
this
do a
thing
little
come
bit
in
of
your
magic
head.
around the house.
Yeah.
And Jared has had some premonitions.
I had
or-
some powerful dreams on that couch.
Really?
Some really
Would you
powerful dreams.
like to share with the audience? Does it involve
Snakes?
what?
snakes.
Snakes? Like snakes?
Do
crawling
you
The
have a-
snakes are lucky.
But you have a fear of snakes?
Not really. It can bring up the dark elements around the snakes.
Okay.
I don't want to really just.
But what was it about the snakes?
They're just.
I can't believe I have to say
crawling.
this, but into the mic, man.
It was like crawling snakes on me and stuff, which I'm not really afraid that it can bring out an eerie atmosphere.
Yeah, it's hard to deconstruct psychedelic hallucinations in your dreams into how they are affecting you in your life.
Exactly.
Maybe snakes, because you weren't upset that the snakes were there to protect
Yeah, I don't.
against
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah, it wasn't some it's a scary dream. It was very
Prolific.
powerful and
Yeah.
Like you
Prolific?
remember it. Like if
Oh,
you
I
could,
still
if you could
remember
go
it.
in your head right now, you can like
I
relive
can
it.
see it and like his sounds. What that sound you make?
Wait,
That sound. Yeah, that's the sound that's a snake sound that I keep hearing all the time. Yeah,
It's a form of brainwashing.
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. And like, you don't hate it. It's kind of comforting a little bit.
Yeah.
You gotta embrace the darkness.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, there's something about it.
Darkness in this house.
But it happened once or multiple times.
We're also heavily drugged up.
Yeah, I
too.
remember.
Doesn't matter. It's
It
like
probably happened many times again. Like, there's been a couple that stood out. Especially one time.
When you wake up from it, just write it down. Just wake up and write down whatever that is.
There's a lot of influences that influence my jokes that I hear and stuff. It influenced my delivery.
I expect a joke about snakes soon.
But you know, if I put one down the back of your shirt, you'd freak the fuck out.
Oh man!
What about, how do you with snakes?
Am I with snakes? I'm not with snakes.
No, you don't do snakes?
No, I do not do snakes.
You guys, I think, handcuffed together with a bag, a pillowcase full of snakes, shaked out down the back of your shirts.
I would freak the fuck out.
Would you freak out?
Would
you freak out?
Fuck yeah.
I don't like
I think so.
Skin.
Non-poisonous.
Non-poisonous.
Yeah. But biters.
No.
I wouldn't so much
look, you know
freak
what?
out of the snakes. I don't like thinking on my skin.
You do the same thing, but with a bag of roaches. The same thing. It's just creepy shit.
I eat the roaches, but you can die from them because if you have shellfish allergies, cockroaches have
Oh, really?
the
I did
same
not know that.
properties. Yeah.
Huh. I'm from Africa. Our roaches are like fucking this big.
No, I know. I remember seeing some. California's got some big roaches too.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty decent size. Yeah. And they make sounds when they walk. You hear them.
Yeah. Same in Africa too. Yeah. You can hear like you pull the fridge out and then they just yeah. We get a lot of
I
those.
didn't see too many animals. Baboons.
Where'd you go in Africa? Besides South Africa?
Just the South. Just those three. You know, Johannesburg twice, Durban once, and I think Cape Town twice. So yeah, 5 trips. But they're all within like 5-7 years.
Did you go? Did you do game drives and stuff like that?
I didn't want to go. I went to we went to Nelson Mandela
His
Museum,
house?
Apartheid. Yeah, I didn't go to the house. So I went into the museum.
Oh yeah.
Apartheid
The
Museum.
Apartheid that shit was.
Nelson Mandela's house is just small.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a house.
It's just a house, but it's a
house.
landmark. I went there like 3 times. But it's the Apartheid Museum or the Peterson Museum? One of the two, like you come in, you can get like the white ticket or the black ticket.
Yeah. And I was with Ryan Stout, who's a whiter looking dude. You know Ryan Stout?
I know Ryan Stout, yeah.
So me and Ryan are there, and he go, "Would you get black or white?" Because it's different. It's a different tour.
Yeah,
too.
the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is different whether it's a black or white ticket.
Yeah. And we just come out going.
It's heavy. Huh?
How bad can you feel about yourself?
No shit. I when I went,
heavy.
I did the white ticket.
You don't get to pick though.
Yeah, you do.
Did you?
I think so.
I don't think we
gave
got
it
to
a white
pick.
ticket?
It wasn't
They
random.
literally say black and white, and there's blacks and whites.
Yeah,
Or
like you
just
go through
white
the
and black.
cells if
It's
you
like
the black one.
segregation or
Huh?
It's
like
an
say-
apartheid museum.
It's a museum.
okay.
Yeah. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Okay.
It's heavy. Like you walk out of there, you're like, "Fuck, this was 20 years ago."
Yeah. No.
Like the Holocaust Museum, sort of, right?
Sure.
Or similar to that.
Anytime there's a museum based on death, no one ever
Yo.
comes out with a T-shirt laughing.
No, you don't. Like, did you go to the 9/11 memorial in New York?
I went to it when it was a hole.
The museum is fucking.
Yeah.
Look, nobody talks.
Oh,
Like
I know.
you walk through that, and then I remember there was a
silence.
so you go through it, and it really you relive the entire day. So it shows the like the people who went on the plane, like what was going on at the same time that day. And then there's this one station where you actually pick up the phone and you get to listen to voicemails that people were sending from the plane. And I remember
no, this sounds terrible.
the one that really hit me is that there's like a main lane. I have to go through the whole exhibit, and there's this one nook, and you go into that, and you see pictures of people jumping.
Yeah.
From
Their faces?
yeah, like there's this one famous picture, like this guy's like head first, just diving to his death, and it's just like three big frame pictures of that, and you walk out of there, and you're like,
That makes me angry at society. Like, I can't get any more of that. I get enough fake news when you see that framed in front of you and displayed and go, look at how terrible we are.
Yeah, but I mean, I think everybody needs a dose of that every once in a while.
Some people need that, and that could be a life-changing experience for a lot of people to be subjected to that truth.
You know what's interesting? Like just the war in right now in Ukraine. Like you watch the European news, and they actually show how people are living.
Yeah,
in the Ukraine, like this is Jim, blah blah blah, and I'm over here in this bunker
it's
with a
always
bunch
been
of
that
Ukrainians.
way.
Yeah, but
They've
here
always
they just said, yeah, Putin should do this, and then you never really see footage of what's going on the ground there.
I'm such a big push for traveling, like just travel, man. It will just you're not going to be a world leader, but at least you have some worldly views. First-hand experiences.
You can't, it's priceless.
And don't stay at the resort in the hotel. Go out and try to get murdered. Have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Go to Winnipeg.
Go to Winnipeg.
You don't want to.
Or Hillbrow in Johannesburg used to be the murder capital of the world. And I'd went down there in a Mercedes with David Cow.
Winnipeg
and it was, he said, if you step out of this car, they will kill you.
I mean, they in Joburg, the restaurants close at 8, I think, because the crime is so high.
It's
over
gnarly
there.
At night.
Yeah, it's crazy.
When it gets dark, it gets.
I was with my cousin. We're driving back from the club, and we got stopped by the cops, and we had nothing. Like he didn't drink or anything. We're
Did you
just
have a nice car?
Yeah, it's even that fancy of a car. But they stopped us and they searched the car, and the guy, my cousin was like, "Yo, I got nothing. Like, what the hell?" And he said, okay, here's some money. He actually asked them. He asked them, "Do you just want some money?" And the cop said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And just give him some money, and we drove off.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah. My friends had to go, I got to grab cash for the police.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because they knew they had to do payouts going through certain areas and stuff.
But I don't get it because Johannesburg is very clean. Like clean. Like I'm from Africa, West Africa. It's mostly desert because the Sahara it's pretty much all of it, and it's moving west. So Senegal gets a lot of that, right? The streets are dirty. You go to Johannesburg and it's like
it's beautiful.
It's clean. Like the streets are clean, and there were kids who would walk around. They would walk around with trash bags at street lights and go, "Hey, give me the trash from your car for some money." Right, that was the hustle. Like when we drove from Joburg to Durban, which is about a 4 or 5 hour drive to the mountains, not a single pothole. They were actually redoing the road as we were driving.
Last time the World Cup was just about to happen.
Oh, motherfucker. And my parents were there too for that.
I know. I was leaving. The festival ended a week before World Cup, but they were paving everything.
Yeah,
everything. Is it 2008?
I think around that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. They had they built the entire village in Soweto.
Yeah.
On the other side of that mountain.
It was very mismanaged from what I was told.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. But I mean,
that's South Africa. I remember the local comics going, let's take them past the building. And I'm like, what building? And they go, you see this building with no windows? That was going to be our new comedy production television station. Mm-hmm. But they blew all the money on something else. And that one bridge, it's like not finished. And all the people live on it. There's like a huge overpass bridge. There's a bus station underneath. But I never seen. First of all, it's got a pitch on it like this, and there's houses all the way down it. It looks like something out of a Transformers movie. There's just the bridge never got finished. They just built it up so far.
Man, I would love to go back.
I'm going.
Do a game. There's a. We went to this one game drive, whatever, in Kruger Park, where there's no fences around the property, so animals can just walk up to your door
and jump inside.
Yeah,
I've seen all those cheetah attacks. Fuck that.
They said lock your doors because monkeys will get in your shit.
Oh man!
You open the door like at night. You go to dinner and then you have to be escorted by somebody because usually the lions and all that stuff they don't get close, but every once in a while you get like a buffalo nearby, and those motherfuckers are rough.
I got asked to speak at a school that Oprah Winfrey was funding. Yeah, no,
Oh,
That's,
yeah?
that's a good
yeah.
premise just by itself.
I know. I've had a weird, strange life, and one of the I've been over numerous times for months at a time, and a friend, he worked for this lady or something. She said, "Would you come and talk about comedy to some of the students?" Oprah had a program there for young women, I think it was particularly, but the class I talked to was boys and girls, but. I remember them giving me the tour of this brand new school that she paid for. It was gorgeous. And I looked through the window down into the courtyard and I'm like, wow, look at that. And they had all this bricked up side of the mountain and a cafeteria, outdoor cafeteria. It was gorgeous, beautiful stay there at school. And they said, yeah, we can't go down there anymore. Because the baboons climb down and rob everybody. They take everything.
I believe
We
that.
can't eat lunch out there anymore.
Yeah.
He said
Wow.
hundreds of them would just.
Yeah. That's how it was for our breakfast. Like, don't leave your table. They'll come
No.
and get your shit.
I had seagulls steal my hamburger in Finland. I could see this is the thing when you travel too is you can't read warning signs. So you're the dumb tourist. And,
Yeah.
and near the train station in Helsinki, there was a courtyard, like a patio fenced in near the train station with a restaurant. And it said, watch out for the birds. But I did notice they had the fishing line straps. So the birds can't come down too much.
Yeah.
But I don't know, these seagulls had worked this spot for a while. They knew that a couple of these corner tables were still open. And I went in to get napkins to come out. My French fries were all over the fucking ground. And my friend in Finnish is just standing there. It's the birds took your hamburger. And I'm like, no shit. But he also knocked all my fucking fries. How big of a fuck you? My fries, he literally just blasted the plate. The food just... And he ran off. I think he just ended up with the bun and the burger and the fries on the ground
Always fun joining them.
in euros, which is never cheap.
No. It's never.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream destination, Jared? Where would you like to go?
I would love to go back to St. Lucia.
Oh, is that what you were
Stuff like
bringing
that.
up? Oh, okay.
I was there before. And also, I would like to go to Europe and Sweden and stuff. I never been to like Europe before, other than England. So I like
You
to
gotta
go.
go.
There.
I think
I
everybody
would go
should.
anywhere.
Everybody should go to Europe once,
Yeah.
just to appreciate the how they know how to live,
Yeah.
just the lifestyle, and then go to Africa just so you can get perspective on shit.
Okay.
Seriously, and actually, I tell people if you want to go to South Africa is a great introduction to Africa. Like you don't have to go to Malawi
That's
or
Africa
Kenya.
light.
Yeah, it is.
Even Johannesburg.
No,
but
it
it's
is.
still-
But if you drive out a little bit,
Yeah.
like between Joburg and Durban, there's some villages in the
Yeah.
mountains and stuff you can check out. And you land, it's like Atlanta
Okay.
because it's modern as fuck. And then you drive out an hour and a half out, and then you're like, oh, okay, now I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
And then from there you can upgrade and start going to Cameroon, Senegal, Ivory Coast.
Okay.
All of
It
that.
was a religious experience for me. Durban was wild, but when I'd gone to Cape Town and Johannesburg that same month, I was like, everybody should totally come and check this out.
No, it's worth it. I mean,
a variety of
just from
reasons.
and from the history too. Like when you think that apartheid ended in the '90s, you're like, yo, this is not that long ago that this was some fucked up shit going on in this country.
Yeah, and all the resources that are available, the level of poverty. Like I never seen so many homeless children, and then I did in Durban on the surfing beaches, and I never seen like 30 kids deep, like under 10 years old. Yeah, and huffing glue and paint to numb it. And they have an epidemic of pedophiles because there's so many
Right.
homeless children.
I'm trying to find a way to end the show.
I
but
know,
can't end
I
on
know.
this.
It's always terrible with me.
Let's go back
I
to
try and be happy.
let's go back to his spit fetish over there.
Yeah, I know. When you're pissed on by a hooker at gunpoint. Anyway, happy Easter, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up. We've been at.
Thank you.
No, this
Fun
was
times.
dope. Thank you. Where can people find you?
You can find me at the 1_who underscore stutters on
Just like that, with so many
Instagram.
S's.
You know, stutters on
I've never heard you
Instagram.
stutter before, ever. This is the first, ladies and gentlemen. Jared
stutter.
has butchered a lot of words, but he double parked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Instagram name with 25 S's.
You know, just type in Jared Nathan on
Yeah,
You'll
Google.
come up. You'll come up.
Google Jared Nathan comedy and you'll find me.
I think we should go out to that black comedy club in Houston. Just me and you.
Let's do it. They love me.
Why?
Because we need some culture.
Yeah, let's get culture.
We need some culture. We're dying out here.
Let's go.
You need some diversity in your.
No, we want back-to-back black. Me and Jared will want to be the only minorities in any room.
I enjoy it.
I liked it.
I like the only white person.
Yeah, we've never talked about more about race than it being in America. I don't know what it is.
No.
we never discuss. It's never brought up.
No, because you're on the winning team all the time.
No, in Canada, like it's not a big hang up.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean in the material?
No, in like just
Or just in everyday life?
It's natural occurrence to be the only white person somewhere.
Yeah, in Toronto,
Canada.
yeah.
On a
Oh,
subway.
okay.
Yeah.
On a subway.
You could be the only white
it's
person.
Mostly ethnic people, and I'm the only white.
where here there's like maybe one person of color in any audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to I saw Paul Verzi last week, and I was the only black person there.
Yeah. Is
And
that wild?
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised at
You
all.
okay with that?
I don't care, honestly. I just don't give a I really
Yeah.
look.
It's weird, though.
You gotta understand, like the town I grew up in France, only had 3 black families.
Oof. There's
And-
nothing worse than angry French black people or French.
No,
people.
but I mean, we were okay because my dad used to ask me, he's like, "Do you think you had that many friends and you'd be this popular if we didn't live in a big house and all that stuff?" I'm like, probably not, but you know, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I've always been the only black kid in school, or the only black kid. I was in Southwestern University in Georgetown, liberal arts, college, and out of 1,300 kids, there was maybe 30 black people. So it doesn't faze me. I'm used to it. Put it that way. I'm used to it.
Nice.
But I'm not gonna. I don't change just because I'm around.
No, I can see
whoever.
that, and that's why we're talking.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
if you've had the experiences that, like you said, if you travel, you just look at things from different perspectives. You're not just caught up in your own shit, and you kind of open up a little bit. It doesn't really affect you that much. I mean,
And it's not even. It's like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
It's like life is so short. I just want to go tell some filthy jokes to people who don't necessarily speak English very well and eat their food.
Yeah.
yeah.
Have some pussy.
Yeah,
Have some
that's always
pussy.
good.
Pussy.
That's always good.
We're gonna end on pussy.
We're gonna end on pussy. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it. And
Where can people find you, Jason Rouse?
JasonRouse .com.
Oh, you have a .com?
I have a .com.
Congratulations.
No, Instagram. You can just Google. Everything's there. I got a special coming out in the near future, and there's a movie I did that's on Amazon you can check out called Spare Parts.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. We usually do the dope shit where we recommend something dope
Yeah.
that's not about you that people should know about. I think we talk about traveling a lot. Do you have something, Jared, that you want to plug that's not about you? That it could be a book, a website, a porn category, documentary, a YouTube channel that you're checking out these days that people can check out? The strip club down the street.
I love the Kevin Hertz book.
Kevin Hertz? What's the book?
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Hart.
comedian.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Kevin Hertz.
Yeah. You can't. Fuck. You
Go ahead.
can't make this shit up.
You can't make this shit up. Yeah.
It's a book.
Yeah, it's a book and a audio book also.
I'm going
Okay.
to recommend a book too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
recommend it.
Get in the Van. It's really the only thing you need to know about doing comedy on the road. It's by Henry Rollins. It's
Oh,
his
nice.
diary of his experience in the 80s, being in a punk rock band called Black Flag, touring across America and Europe. And it really gives you an idea of what you can do with nothing.
Interesting. I like Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
That's dope. That is
Yeah.
dope.
Get in the Van, Henry Rollins.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm going to recommend a documentary that I saw recently, the Cosby one.
Oh, God.
Man.
I had to turn it off.
No, man,
It's too
I
heavy.
couldn't.
Too
I
much.
couldn't stop. I couldn't stop watching because
Well, it's like, how bad can you fuck up?
no, to me, and to me, it was more about I thought that all these allegations were like
Fabricated?
before. No.
Oh.
That it was like they lasted for like when it was young, and they're just coming out now.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was still doing this shit during the Cosby Show,
Yeah.
and even before
Yeah.
any of this shit, any
He
of the
made
shows he
jokes
had.
about it too.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. And I like the reason why I like the documentary. So W. Kamau Bell is a comedian, funny. Like I like the kind of docs he puts together. But I like the conversation as black people, like where do we put Cosby? You know, as someone who got the first black stuntman a job in Hollywood, or someone who's done so much for black people,
He
and yet,
paid for the sound system for Martin Luther King's speech.
holy shit, yeah. Well,
Bill Cosby paid for. Anyway, this is the bait and switch. You know, so you see somebody doing charity work
yeah.
in a hard corner, and then and then behind the curtain they're doing something.
Horrific.
Is the yin to the yang is something sinister.
I will
Something
say
terrible.
this: Bill Cosby himself, the special, is still one of my favorites
It's the
of all
first
time.
comedy I heard.
I mean, I didn't even speak English. My English was not even that great, and I just moved to Austin. And in health class in high school, we watched himself, and I was dying laughing. And I understood maybe 70% of it, but I was still laughing my ass off. And yeah, he did horrific things. It sucks that he walked out the small door.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, you can count
There's a laundry
so many.
list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of
And
folks
those
that
are the
fucked up
guys that
shit.
just got busted.
Exactly.
And then where's the fact and fiction? The fact that there was living. Yeah, it's such a fucking. There's so
It sucks, but
sucks.
himself is so funny. Cosby is still a comedy legend. You can't deny that. So that's all I'll say about that. All right, we're gonna wrap it up. By the way, thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. I am now 40 officially. Whoop-de-doo. Jason, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it, Jared.
Thank you.
Pleasure. I'll
Yeah.
see you around. Make sure you follow these guys. Very funny. Follow the feedback on all the good stuff. And happy South by, everybody. Have a good one. See you next time.
Thanks
Ciao,
for
ciao.
watching.